Good morning, friends, and welcome back to Trans India. Real people, real emotions. Technology on the whole has been growing at a very fast pace. In fact, even before one can settle with one technology, the next generation of technology is knocking at your doorstep. Take a look at something as simple as your mobile phone. Even before you get a hand at all the features of your existing phone, the next one is out there in the market. Similarly, truck technology has been growing at a very fast pace, and this is not just restricted to the emission norms. With roads getting better and deliveries being expected as early as possible, there is a need for trucks to be faster. But this has to be supported by a lot of components and systems that go into a truck, be it the transmission or braking system or axles. And to share these advancements and transitions, we have with us today Mr. P Kaniappan, the Managing Director of ZF Commercial Vehicle Control Systems India Limited, which was formerly known as WAPCO India Limited. Mr. Kaniappan has been a veteran in the automobile industry. He started his career as a graduate engineer at Sundaram Clayton Moped Division in Hosur, which later became part of the TVS Motor Company Limited. In 1999, Mr. Kaniappan moved to the foundry business as the business head. In 2001, he became the operations head of the brakes business and later became president operations of the brakes division. Mr. Kaniappan was appointed Managing Director WAPCO India Limited in July 2014. He led WAPCO in the strategic growth market of India as whole-time director since 2009, following the company's acquisition of a majority stake in the brakes division of Sundaram Clayton India. ZF Commercial Vehicle Control Systems India Limited, also known as ZF Commercial Vehicle, formerly WAPCO India Limited, is a manufacturer of air-assisted and air brake systems for commercial vehicles. The company provides solutions for truck, bus, trailer, car and off-highway vehicles. Its products include chassis systems, braking systems and driveline controls. ZF Commercial Vehicle also offers various services such as software development, research and development services, and global business services. The company has 5 manufacturing facilities located in Ambattur in Chennai, Kharsavan in Jharkhand, Kanchipuram in Tamil Nadu, Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh, and Pantnagar in Uttarakhand. ZF Commercial Vehicle is headquartered in Chennai, the place where we met Mr. Kaniappan for this very exclusive interview. So here's our interaction with industry veteran Mr. Kaniappan, coming up after this very short break. But before we get into this break, are you struggling with disconnected and multiple software to manage your transportation operations? If yes, Fleetx is the solution that revolutionizes management with a unified platform, seamlessly integrating real-time vehicle data and essential operations like maintenance, shipments, and billing. Fleetx empowers businesses to streamline and optimize their entire transportation process with solutions like real-time visibility, a comprehensive ERP that covers you end-to-end, revolutionary fuel monitoring to slash the soaring costs, e-locks that prevent your cargo, insights into your driver behaviors with driver behavior monitoring, video telematics to keep an eye on both cabin and road, ensuring safety at every turn, predictive maintenance because prevention is always better than cure, and customized alerts and reports to suit your business needs. You are watching Trans India, real people, real emotions.
स्कूल बच्चों का दूसरा घर होता है और इस घर का ख्याल रखना एक प्रिंसिपल के लिए आसान नहीं। पढ़ाई के साथ बच्चों का आराम, उनकी सेफ्टी, छोटी से छोटी चीज़ मेरी प्रायोरिटी है। वैसे ही स्कूल बस चुनना भी एक बहुत बड़ा डिसीजन था। पेरेंट्स का पीस ऑफ माइंड, मैनेजमेंट का भरोसा और बजट साथ लिए चलना पड़ता है। इसीलिए कभी कभी फर्म भी बनना पड़ता है। आखिर कोई अपने बच्चों की जिम्मेदारी मुझे दे रहा है तो कोई बजट की। लेकिन इतने सालों में एक चीज समझ आई है, अगर सही डिसीजन ले तो सबसे ज्यादा प्यार भी प्रिंसिपल को ही मिलता है।
चुनिए महिंद्रा क्रूजियर स्कूल बसेस। यह है मजबूत ट्यूबुलर स्ट्रक्चर, एंटी लॉक ब्रेकिंग, एंटी रोल बार, पैराबोलिक सस्पेंशन, आईमैक्स, वाइडर सीट्स और बेस्ट इन क्लास माइलेज के साथ बच्चों के लिए सेफ और बाकी सबके लिए सबसे स्मार्ट चॉइस, महिंद्रा क्रूजियर स्कूल बस।
Welcome back to Trans India. Real people, real emotions. We are in conversation today with Mr. Kaniappan, the Managing Director of ZF Commercial Vehicle Control Systems India Limited. Mr. Kaniappan, can you tell us a little bit about ZF operations in India?
Before 2020, ZF was actually operating from Pune, mainly focusing on some of the products for the commercial vehicles. Otherwise, ZF was managing through the joint ventures in the passenger car segment. We had joint ventures with Brakes India, Rane Group, also Hero Group. And of course, we had sometime in 2018, we have invested on a R&D center at Hyderabad. Almost today there are about 4,600 people. But then in May 2020, ZF acquired WAPCO globally. Consequent to that, the India business of WAPCO also became a part of ZF. WAPCO is a very strong player in the commercial vehicle. So we provide a very strong support to the customers here. Through local footprint, local engineering, and we have been a very strong presence here for more than I would say almost 60 years, because the WAPCO business was originally from the TVS group, which actually started the business in 1962. And then we also have another business in Coimbatore, which is essentially the transmissions for the windmills. That's also a very strong business for us. I think the plant that we have in Coimbatore is the largest windmill transmission business globally. So overall, we are in multi divisions business here, but mainly focusing on the automotive industry. Not only manufacturing and supplies to the customers, but also with a strong footprint on engineering. Also, as I said, something outside of automotive in the windmill transmission and off-highway business also.
Before we dig deeper into the commercial vehicle segment, what are the significant changes that have happened in the braking system over the years? Now that we have better roads, faster trucks, what kind of changes has ZF brought into the braking system?
Sorry, till 2015, I would say it was only the mechanical braking systems. But from somewhere in the early 90s, basically even the mechanical, there was a first level improvement of fail-safe braking system. Even if some part of the one circuit in the brake, if it fails, the other circuit will take over, etc. So, but then 2015 there was a regulation to mandate ABS for all the commercial vehicles, largely the air brake vehicles of I think medium and heavy duty type of segment, which was the first change towards advanced braking. Which is still a basic braking system globally, but in India that was the first time Indian market moved to ABS braking, anti-lock braking system. So anti-lock braking system essentially, in a panic brake condition, if you apply brake in a panic braking in a panic situation, because you see the road, let's say oil patches or so it actually rotates. It creates a the steerability becomes a problem. So it goes out of control of the driver, and then so it creates damage to the around the vehicle. But then ABS actually completely stops that type of a possibility, and this is one way by which the road accidents is expected to come down. So this is number one. Then thereafter, with the increased axle load, as you said, in 2018, the government mandated increased axle load. So which means the braking system had to be upgraded to meet that increasing the new demands. Then now in 2023 April, the electronic stability control has been mandated for the buses of certain categories. So again, the stability control is when the vehicle is not in stable situation. Let's say you have the double-decker buses. Let's say so the center of gravity, when it is moving when it's actually taking a turn or there's a possibility of rollover. So such possibilities can be mitigated, reduced by the electronic stability control system, which is essentially a very advanced intelligent system. It continuously monitors the stability of the vehicle all the time, and then whenever the vehicle becomes unstable, the electronic stability control takes over, and then applies brakes intelligently in whichever wheel it is required to be brakes should be applied to bring it back to stability. This is a very advanced technology mandated in all in selected bus segment, which we believe will come to the truck segment also. So which will soon, which will, in our view, will reduce very significantly the road accidents based on the trends in other global markets. Then the next trend is the advanced driver assistance systems, because now more and more the drivers need to be supported with electronic gadgets, because the speed of the vehicle is increasing, power is increasing, and the critical situations are, the driving conditions are becoming difficult. So advanced driver assistance systems is the next technology, which actually will again, there are multiple features of functionalities of advanced driver assistance systems are there. The simplest is, let's say, the driver, because if you see, most of the road accidents also takes place in the very early morning when the drivers are not that alert. So the drivers need to be alerted, but again, if it's a very dark situation, you cannot visualize what is there. Then today's radars and other gadgets are available. So radars can actually alert him with a warning, sound or vibration of the seat, whichever we can do that. So that is the first level. We call it collision warning system. So then the next level is collision mitigation. So essentially, you can have a camera and radar, and that will actually sense what is in front, and then it'll partially and if needed fully apply brakes, even with the driver is not alert, and make sure the forward collision doesn't take place. If it takes place, the impact is minimal. So this is some aspect of the the advanced driver assistance systems. Then other features are on the sides. You have suppose you take a turn. Then there's a cycle, somebody who's riding a bicycle. So unintentionally you may hit him, because you do not know this. It's a very blind spot. Then again, today there are technologies available that can actually scan who is around, and also alert the driver, so that he makes sure that no such, we call it vulnerable road users. Such vulnerable road users not affected. So there are such, similarly, when we are driving on the road, that's unintended or without giving signal, if somebody is making a lane change, again the lane departure can be warned. If we are going behind, we will get a warning. that is taking an unintended move, you take care like that. So also there are possibilities today. The vehicle also can be brought back to its lane keep assist. So there are multiple technologies, multiple features that are available, which will help the driver to number one, avoid, even in some situation there's a potential for an accident, or there's an accident, the impact will be minimal, because the deceleration will start taking place, so that the accident itself is the impact is minimized.
Mr. Kaniappan, so much of investment and R&D is going into bringing up these systems. But do you think training of drivers is not happening as much as it needs to happen? Do you see that as a gray area?
Absolutely. Because today, one of the problem is, even in the basic braking system that is available in the vehicle, the drivers many times they don't use it. Because as I said, the basic braking system, mechanical system itself, as a fail-safe. Suppose something goes wrong, there's a fail-safe circuit which will take over, and there are suppose both sides the brake is braking. Let's say there's a air leak, and there is a spring brake actuator which will actually apply brake so that the vehicle is held. There are so many features are available, but most likely the drivers, many of the drivers might not know this. Many times because of the ignorance, or because they have not been trained, sometimes the vehicle is allowed to go back and somebody is behind, all that. But then we have features like hand brake systems. If that is maintained very well, those things will not happen. So there's a huge opportunity for training the drivers. Of course, we do certain work through our CSR route. One of the 4 pillars on which we do our corporate social responsibilities to train the drivers in collaboration, in support, along with the support of the local administration, the RTOs, or the district collectorate. Almost some 7,000 drivers we have trained, but we focus on the state transport undertakings, the public people who are carrying the public, etc. We also partnered with some of the hazardous goods carrying companies like Linde and all, Praxair, such companies. There it is much more, the damage is so severe. If there is an accident, you may probably destroy the entire surrounding, because they're carrying liquid oxygen or hazardous goods. Same case for the people who are carrying petroleum products. So we have actually partnered with Praxair some time back, and then trained their drivers in our own test track, and even certify, so that, and also track after that, is there an accident, etc. So that, because those companies have an objective that millions of kilometers you should not have an accident. So such things. So again, it's possible, not only the training and also knowing the technologies that are there in the vehicles. So it's a very, very important topic, actually, very important topic for us.
Mr. Kaniappan, the commercial vehicle industry has been changing at a very fast pace. Mr. Nitin Gadkari keeps coming up with surprises every now and then, like the axle load revision and then the emission norms where India moved the fastest. How is ZF adapting with these fast changing requirements?
Yeah, so one advantage we have is we are a global company. So we have been operating in multiple markets, different markets, starting from the most advanced European market, and then there are emerging markets, there are undeveloped market, etc. So we have technologies for all those markets first. So technologically we are capable of handling this. But then the agility and speed, because in the axle load situation, it was announced, and then we need to quickly make sure we respond quickly along with the OEM, so that you go to the market ready with the product. So that's where our local engineering capability. We have a very strong local engineering capability. As I said, we were more than about 50 years in India, and very strong understanding of the Indian market, and our engineers are closely working with the OEMs. So that is one, plus also footprint. Ours is local footprint, so we are able to quickly come back to the market with a new change to products, etc. Also, we have a very strong aftermarket network, because again, if you do, it's not adequate if you put it in the field, in the new vehicle, You should know how to handle the field. How do you, like exactly what you said, how do you train the drivers? How do you manage that aspect? So our local footprint, local capabilities actually will very much relying on to provide that required support.
Besides braking, transmissions have also undergone a lot of changes. Can you take us through some of these significant changes, especially in the past decade?
So the transmission itself moving from in India for most part of the time, quite a few, long time, we were only in the 6-speed type of transmission, manual transmission. So now the industry is moving to 9-speed because of the increased axle load, increased power, increased speed, everything. So now we expect the transmission to move to higher, maybe 12-speed or 16-speed, etc. Also to different applications, not only the haulage segment, then you have tippers, you have tractor trailers, you have defense requirements, and for all those applications there are different transmissions. So ZF is making in different part of the world those transmissions. We are providing that support, bringing those things to India market. But we are also we have also localized in India. All this transmission we localized in India. Initially worked with some of the Indian customers like Ashok Leyland through the licensing route. We had provided the licensing of the 6-speed transmission, but now 9-speed we are making in our Pune plant. This is again all mechanical. The next evolution is in the automated manual transmission, AMT. AMT actually is a technology that actually again make life easy for the drivers because the gear shift is done automatically. But then the thing is, it's not very expensive because you're putting a electronic control system on the basic transmission that is already there. So by that you are simulating the best driver. How because at what speed, how, when do you change, etc. Exactly the driver, the best driver can be simulated, so you get the fuel efficiency as well. Because of the fact that you are able to remove the attention of the driver from gear change, also you are able to really effectively make the gear change. The driver can focus on the road. Safety also is a very good technology. So AMT is a product that is already coming to the market now. Mainly we see a quick transition in the tipper segment, in the mines and all those things. We expect soon that market will go for a automated manual transmission, AMT. As a next phase, we are also coming with the automatic transmission. So in the automatic transmission, entire transmission, everything changes, the technology changes. Unlike in the AMT where the transmission is same, old mechanical transmission, you do the automation, you automate it through software and electronics. But here it is the entire transmission is designed for an automatic transmission. Initially there used to be a challenge. When you do automatic transmission, there used to be a fuel efficiency problem. You don't get the same fuel efficiency when the best driver does or when the AMT does. But here now, even there now, a lot of development has taken place in the smooth shift, and a lot of electronic controls have improved. Today ZF comes out with automatic transmission which are very I would say technologically far superior, at the same time highly automatic. At the same time, today you can also have a telematics, all those things in the system. At the same time, you are not losing any fuel efficiency. These transmissions are now globally, it's launched in a very big way. India also, we are now working with some of the customers to really launch this automatic transmission. Again, in the automatic itself, now the next high speed, more number of gear changes, gear shift, 12 speed, 16 speed, those things are now coming. So this automation is the next one. But in these new products, you have telematics, you have most optimal gear changes, the best electronics, everything is used to really get the fuel efficiency as well as good of the.
While we are seeing AMT as well as automatic transmission being discussed for the commercial vehicle segment, how much will these actually impact the segment and how will it help the truck drivers? We will talk about this and more in our interaction with Mr. Kaniappan, on the other side of this very short break. But before we get into this break, are you struggling with disconnected and multiple software to manage your transportation operations? If yes, Fleetx is the solution that revolutionizes management with a unified platform, seamlessly integrating real-time vehicle data and essential operations like maintenance, shipments, and billing. Fleetx empowers businesses to streamline and optimize their entire transportation process with solutions like real-time visibility, a comprehensive ERP that covers you end-to-end, revolutionary fuel monitoring to slash the soaring costs, e-locks that prevent your cargo, insights into your driver behaviors with driver behavior monitoring, video telematics to keep an eye on both cabin and road, ensuring safety at every turn, predictive maintenance because prevention is always better than cure, and customized alerts and reports to suit your business needs. You are watching Trans India, real people, real emotions.
स्कूल बच्चों का दूसरा घर होता है और इस घर का ख्याल रखना एक प्रिंसिपल के लिए आसान नहीं। पढ़ाई के साथ बच्चों का आराम, उनकी सेफ्टी, छोटी से छोटी चीज़ मेरी प्रायोरिटी है। वैसे ही स्कूल बस चुनना भी एक बहुत बड़ा डिसीजन था। पेरेंट्स का पीस ऑफ माइंड, मैनेजमेंट का भरोसा और बजट साथ लिए चलना पड़ता है। इसीलिए कभी कभी फर्म भी बनना पड़ता है। आखिर कोई अपने बच्चों की जिम्मेदारी मुझे दे रहा है तो कोई बजट की। लेकिन इतने सालों में एक चीज समझ आई है, अगर सही डिसीजन लें तो सबसे ज्यादा प्यार भी प्रिंसिपल को ही मिलता है।
चुनिए महिंद्रा क्रूजियर स्कूल बसेस। यह है मजबूत ट्यूबुलर स्ट्रक्चर, एंटी लॉक ब्रेकिंग, एंटी रोल बार, पैराबोलिक सस्पेंशन, IMAX, वाइडर सीट्स और बेस्ट इन क्लास माइलेज के साथ बच्चों के लिए सेफ और बाकी सब के लिए सबसे स्मार्ट चॉइस महिंद्रा क्रूजियर स्कूल बस।
Welcome back to Trans India, real people, real emotions. We are in conversation today with Mr. Kaniappan, the Managing Director of ZF Commercial Vehicle Control Systems India Limited. Mr. Kaniappan, how much do you see the penetration of AMTs or automatic transmissions for heavy duty vehicles in the commercial segment?
It's a very good question. Commercial vehicle also linked to your earlier point. Commercial vehicle moves into, there are too many changes that has been taking place last 7-8 years now. We wanted to launch AMT at least 4-5 years ago. But, then BS4 came, BS6 came. Every time we need to tweak or tune or calibrate these products with the new changes in the engine management, changes in the transmission systems. So now, so that's why there was a problem. We could not really make a big entry because of these changes. But now with BS6, we see some stability in that. So our AMT transmission, particularly in the tipper type of segments, we would be seeing a lot of penetration. We expect that to be a very good success. We have also launched a transmission with the AMT together in the ZF brand with one of our important customers. We also see there's a very good feedback from the market. We are trying to together launch that product in the market, which we expect that to be a big success.
When you speak of fuel efficiency, there is still a myth in the heads of most transporters and also drivers that fuel efficiency drops in AMT and furthermore in automatic transmission. To what extent is this true?
So in the case of AMT, it is not. There's no. We have actually demonstrated that fuel efficiency improves. Because AMT is, as I told you, see when you have there's a fleet of 100 trucks with all AMT, let us say. You have 100 trucks. Same thing without AMT. You have different drivers with a different capability, different skill sets. So you can't. It's very difficult to simulate the best driver with all the drivers. There will be some drivers who are highly experienced. They'll give the best fuel efficiency. Most others, there are learning and all those things. So average you get some X fuel kilometers per liter, let's say, fuel efficiency. Whereas in the case of AMT, the advantage we have is you are actually writing software and simulate the best drivers in all the vehicles. It is so. It is as an average of a fleet. AMT will be. We have demonstrated at least 3 to 5% better than a manual transmission. This is actually. This is, of course, most of the OEMs have done this and they know it. Because it is nothing. It's basic thing that you are making sure every AMT is like the best driver. In the automatic transmission, there used to be a problem when always there used to be some penalty when you go for an automatic transmission. But of late now, a lot of improvement taking place there as well. Basically the smoothness of shifting, the smoothness of operation of the transmission is the if it is not smooth, if it is not tuned so well, you will have a energy loss every time shifting. But now that is where a lot of electronics, a lot of improvements have come, and also the manufacturing engineering also a lot of improvement in making sure all these are the shifting is smooth, the operation is smooth, and the optimization through advanced electronics has been happening. So today we have launched a product called Powerline automatic transmission, which is actually quite fuel efficient compared to a manual average like that. Yeah.
So driver fatigue will actually bring down your efficiency, and these systems help you to improve your productivity, right?
Plus, if you are running at, let's say, 12 speed, it's very difficult for a driver to really optimally decide at which speed you have to run on that thing, whereas a computer can do. So when these advanced transmissions, that possibility is there.
Mr. Kaniappan, with trucks getting heavier, there is a need for a stronger chassis. How is ZF catering to this particular demand?
Actually, ZF is so many products we have in the chassis area, chassis components. Let's say the dampers, shock absorbers, and then we have we call it torque rod, wheeling, all those chassis components. In India, we have actually launched this product quite some few years ago. But then we didn't find much sales because this is a very, I would say, a superior product, little expensive than what is available in the market. So most customers chose to use that local products. Okay, of course, I was also now localized, but the point is it's a much more engineered, much more high-tech technology products. Now, one of the top Indian customers, they are completely switching over to this set of shock absorbers because, again, for the same reason you just said, no, the increased axle load, increased speed, increased power, everything. This needs a different level of, the chassis capabilities and the damping, etc. We also have certain advanced technologies like continuous damping characteristics. Those things are also, the people now, India also moving to comfort, driver comfort, which was not the case some years ago. The cabin the damping in the cabin need to be probably benchmarked with something that is available globally, which ZF can do. We are doing it. So there are cases where OEMs are shifting to ZF transmission, ZF shock absorber because it provides those type of comforts because the drivers are now looking for the comfort and they compare it with other global players in India because a lot of vehicles are in India, even imported, plus some of the global players also provide such features through ZF. Same case for the wheeling and torque rod, all those chassis components. Today, many customers are moving to this set of systems. We are also supporting with the localization so that on the price also we are not too much, negative side. So we are working with all OEMs to support. Yeah. Plus, the other area is soon I expect there will be a very, very steep increase in the demand of that of the air suspension, because again we have got a highly elegant, highly advanced, very well engineered suspension solutions, air suspensions. So we will be making some impact in the market with those products as well.
Mr. Kaniappan, the other area where the government has been focusing on is alternate fuels. How is that impacting ZF's position in the market?
So first is, if you say alternate fuel, India taken a path towards, first of all, CNG, LNG like that. Because of the possibility to get those fuels at a lower price than the diesel. So certain vehicles, maybe in the medium duty type of segments, many customers are actually using CNG engines, and not much change for us there, because the transmission is the same, braking system is same, everything else is same, except that few cases we had to design our compressors to suit that requirement. So we have launched CNG compressors for CNG engines, CNG. So otherwise we didn't have much of an issue, but now the main transition is towards electric. If you consider that also as a part of your question, then there's a big movement towards electric. ZF globally has repositioned itself as a next generation mobility leader. So we have stopped investing on the IC engines. Our focus is only electric, and of course we call it autonomous. Autonomous in the area we consider the safety technologies, including ADAS. Then electric is a very big part of our now investment, and the whole focus is electric. Then of course connected solutions. So electric, if you see, we have some very finest products in the electric area, but not brought to India yet. But India, we have already started selling few products because if you see in the commercial vehicle, in the bus segment, the electrification is very moving very fast because of the government, the CESL tenders and FAME 2 programs. Everything is supporting or facilitating the electric transition. So all STUs and all those people are going for only electric. We have electronic braking system. Electronic braking system is like ABS. The next level is electronic braking, anti-lock braking system. Then electronic braking system is essentially a brake by wire type of thing. It's because it's electric. Everything is electric signals. But it's a very intelligent system. It will, because in the electric vehicle you need to conserve the energy. So how effective the braking system has to be very efficient, and you should decide how much air should go to which wheel, etc., intelligently, and that has to be done. Plus also regenerating possibility. Energy distribution has to be intelligent, also regenerating possibilities. With all that, the electronic braking system is much more efficient than the normal braking and ABS. The normal braking, so the EBS, many of the customers in India who have decided to go to electric vehicles, they are adopted the ABS. We have started selling electronic braking system to Indian customers. At least some few percentage in the fuel efficiency, we are able to, the efficiency of the vehicle we are able to improve, which in turn helps them to really optimize their battery size and the coverage distance that they can cover, etc., supported. So that is already happened. We also started selling electric compressors for the market, because ours is air brake system, so you need air. Earlier the engines in the vehicles were used to drive our compressor. Now we have to have a compressor driven by our own electric motor. So it's electric motor, inverter, controller, logic. So it's that solution also we have already launched, and we are again a leading player there in that products. Few customers have also gone for an improvement in the braking system. So instead of drum brake, they're going for a disc brake. The same reason, efficiency and the stopping distance, everything is in control. You can actually precisely control. So plus ZF has, now engines will get replaced with the central drives, electric drives. ZF has again we launched the globally first generation electric drives, but now we have gone to the second generation. So all those things are very, very elegant products, working with all customers to, for globally these things will be launched next 1 or 2 years in a mass scale. But India also we will work in the timeline. Now already we have started connecting with all customers. In few cases we have started giving samples for them to test, validate, etc.
Do you see EVs coming in a significant number in the medium and heavy truck segment?
Of course, I am not an expert there, but I believe beyond some point it will be hydrogen fuel, hydrogen ICE engines. This is one segment. Even otherwise, even in the electric EV itself, it is more and more moving to even the truck segment as well. Now, at least India, we are saying very much on the passenger car and the bus segment is very clear. Yes. Truck segment, initially we are seeing, of course, you might be seeing that last mile connectivity type of vehicle, Tata AS type of vehicles, but then slowly it is moving up in the intermediate commercial vehicles. Then globally, even there are vehicles in the medium and heavy also, there are EVs, but there's a thinking that that segment may move to more and more hydrogen EV, or fuel cell, those things will come. Right.
Mr. Kaniappan, finally, how do you see the commercial vehicle segment going on from here on, and how is ZF equipped for these demands?
From India perspective, we see the growth. See, we're still in the if you look at India and China, with the same populations, now Indian economy we are here today, the advisor to the government, he says the next 10 years or this decade, it is going to be 6.5% growth. It's going to, commercial vehicle will be driven by the economic activities. Already we are seeing many, I would say, trends in the market. Number one, more and more tractor trailer has come. Tractor trailer. If you see some 2 years, 2-3 years ago, only 8% of the vehicle trucks produced will have the possibility to use the trailer. So tractor trailer combination. But today that has come to already more than 15%. There's an indication that it will go to 20%. Government also mandated that one tractor can carry multiple trailers, so you can register like that, which will make much more efficiency in the transportation. And then another thing what is happening is few OEMs have launched, everybody will move in that space, the uptime centers. If there are 100 vehicles in a fleet, then you can run a uptime center and continuously monitor the uptime of the vehicle, and even if there's a few, so if there's a downtime, then how to quickly put it back to the operation. This is a lot of focus on with using telematics, using fleet management solutions, uptime centers, and making sure all the vehicles are, used all the time, with all the improved road conditions, with the national GST in place, with all the FASTag, the turnaround cycle, everything. So fleet profitability is improving steadily. And then, of course, the mining segment, there's a lot of activity now. Whatever problem we had some years ago, now it is a lot of private mines have started coming and a lot of activity there. Then, of course, e-commerce is driving growth. So there are so many trends that are happening, which indicates that trailer segment, the commercial vehicle segment is going to grow in a big way. And we expect the industry to grow with 6.5% economic growth for next 7-8 years. Maybe there could be some temporary cycle, but as such, a trend is towards growth. There are people who are indicating the growth will be about 7%, 8%, etc. Even if you want to conservatively look at 4, 5%, our growth will be driven by technologies other than the market growth. We have a plan to grow about 7, 8% over and above the market growth, which will take us to a very, very important player in this segment, because technologically we are very, very well positioned to support the industry.
Well, friends, there is no doubt that truck technology has come a long way, and companies like ZF have been in the forefront driving these changes. It was a delight talking to Mr. Kaniappan and getting insights into elements and technology that is usually hidden to the naked eye whenever we look at a truck. We will be back again next week with another interesting interaction. In case you have still not subscribed to our channel, it's never too late. Until next week, stay safe and drive safe. Jai Hind.